Diddy's about to go down. He's about to take a bunch of people with him. When this first happened, I made a video. Go check it out with J-Lo there. I said he was a intelligence agent, just like a certain Jeffrey. And we're going to see now what happens next. There's going to be mega fallout. We see stars moving out of the country, suddenly deleting all of their Instagram posts and everything. Is going to be very interesting. I've been sent this video. It's supposedly, allegedly, P. Diddy calling people from jail and threatening witnesses. So let's check this out and see what we see.
Both Jay-Z and Beyonce, because see, he procures her out there. He is her handler, and he is the one that pushes her out there public, and then he profits off her. So we're looking at, and I don't care how much talent you think they have. I don't care how much talent you think they have. She was chosen for him. It is a karmic thing looking at their chart, but she was chosen for him in order to help him get where he needed to go. So she's the muse, but let's use this in a different way. Sometimes we use the word muse in the terms of profiteering off of it. We are going to start seeing through the veil when it comes to Jay-Z, and within 3 years, public favor is removed. Now, he's not the first one to go down behind P. Diddy, but he's a close second. So it's a combination that's coming after him. And when they take him down, they're going to take Beyonce down behind him.
All jail calls are recorded.
You think I wasn't gonna get at you from the inside?
He has reached out to a witness, an alleged participant in multiple freak-offs.
Then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country?
And he's asking people to intimidate witnesses or pay people off.
Don't be shocked if nobody show up to testify.
Defendant's goal is to blackmail victims and witnesses either into silence or providing testimony helpful to his defense.
At this time,
Guilty.
New York is having a problem with leaks in this Diddy case, with alleged video of the court hearings already on the internet and leaked phone calls where he's calling witnesses. Things are getting out of control and you won't believe what he says on these calls. Recently, the DA released that Diddy was contacting witnesses from jail and they were saying this is the reason that he shouldn't get bail. He was using other inmates' phone calls to three-way people who would then call the witnesses, and that's who he spoke to over the phone. There's legal documents that back up everything they said about how Diddy runs the jail and he gets inmates to do whatever he wants. Also, in a weird turn of events, the DA who brought these charges against Diddy is suddenly resigning from his position during the biggest case of his career, and that is strange. I don't know if Diddy got to him or threatened his family or what would make him step down, but this case just keeps getting weirder and crazier. So let's break down this insane phone call that we found online and see if we can figure out what he's saying and who he's talking to.
Are you surprised to hear from me?
No. What's going on?
You think I wasn't gonna get at you from the inside? I think you know me a little better than that.
We can't be talking right now, love.
Not exactly sure who he's called, but the DA said he was using other inmates' phone codes and calling people who were not on his list of allowed contacts. So he's clearly not caring what the rules of the prison are at this point. He wanted to talk to this person regardless.
Nah. With all due respect, my brother, how is your wife doing? I heard she's spending a lot of time on the farm and she loves talking to a pig. I told you when I went on this little road trip, I wasn't going to invite you, but I could change my mind. You understand?
Now Diddy's talking in code right here, but he mentions the word pigs, which we all know is code word for cops. And in court documents, they stated this: while at the MDC, the defendant has instructed family members and third parties to contact multiple potential victims and witnesses. The defendant has provided these instructions to others by using unauthorized means of communication, which, as described above, are difficult to monitor and often using coded language. Diddy also states taking a road trip, which I'm thinking is him being arrested and that he could invite this guy on the trip. So saying like, I could snitch on you and bring you if I want to.
Listen, everything all good. We just can't talk right now.
Now how about I just talk and you listen? You told me the storm would just come and go if I lay down and stay quiet. but the weather seemed to be getting worse. You know, I could be catching a cold, so I need to make sure you send me some vitamin E and my special K cereal.
So the code talk continues, and he's talking about weathering the storm, and if he laid quiet, it would all just go away. I'm assuming he's talking about the trial. If he doesn't snitch on anyone above him, then they'll make the trial go away if he stays quiet. Even Diddy's lawyers are frustrated with him because he keeps breaking the rules behind their back and making things difficult for them trying to get him bail. Not to mention the fact that the judge even mentioned that the lawyers are lying for Diddy and making them contact people that are not on his approved list.
The defendant also frequently instructs individuals who he contacts by telephone, including family members and his attorneys, to add other individuals via three-way call. So you're trying to say his attorneys is calling three-way too?
Not exactly sure what he means by vitamin E or special K cereal, but if you guys know or decode it, leave it in the comments.
Yo, relax. Some things fell through, but everything will be back up soon. Just keep calling your family. You'll be with them soon.
Oh, I'm doing the same thing for Thanksgiving. Make sure you send it straight to the Shade Room and TMZ. Make me look like a good father, and all I need is one juror to be on my side, and this case is over.
Now, I did see the DA mention that Diddy made a post on his IG that tried to make him look real good. His entire team actually advised him against doing this. But again, Diddy went against his lawyers and frustrated them by doing it anyway.
And he allegedly ignored his lawyers when they told him not to do the social media campaign around his birthday, but he wanted to do it anyway.
All right, sing happy birthday, Daddy.
We love you too.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, the video is kind of cute with the kids, but I don't see how that would make a juror think, oh yeah, he's not guilty because his kids are cute. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. On the other hand, if he's trying to make efforts to reach out to other online publications to post this stuff to make him look good, it just doesn't look good if you're doing this from the inside.
So, make sure them Amazon deliveries get back on schedule, then there won't be no need for us to talk no more.
Just chill out, Puff. I told you I'ma get it done.
You know, I've been thinking about watching a movie lately. It's called Eyes Wide Shut. Have you seen it? It's got a real famous celebrity in there, don't it?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. What's your point?
Is that who it is? Man, I thought it was a different celebrity. I guess it might have been a different movie. You know, I got a lot of movies on my mind sometimes, and I get the actors confused. Some of these actors are so good, they act like they don't even know they're being recorded. Your wife did a few movies, didn't she?
He mentions the movie Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, which that movie's about going into private elite parties where everybody's wearing masks and hooking up with each other. They're doing rituals on people, and it's actually really close to what people are saying happens at Diddy's freak-off parties. We know police have recovered plenty of freak-off videotapes and even interviewed people that they saw on the tapes to find out all the details of what happens. And we don't know which celebrities they've interviewed specifically, but we do know there's plenty of celebrity-filled tapes that are being sold behind closed doors right now because lawyers came out on national TV talking about it. We've seen people talk about seeing the tape with him and J-Lo, Justin Bieber, and who knows who else is on there that he could be referencing.
Your wife did a few movies, didn't she?
Okay, that was a long time ago, Puff. What the fuck are you trying to say?
Wow. Oh my goodness. Code. He's talking in code. He mentions his wife in a farm, and she likes talking to the pigs. So whoever this is that he's talking to, he's saying that his wife is talking to the police. He says he's on a road trip. He wasn't going to take him, but he might bring him along anyway. That's code for he might snitch. He says as long as his vitamin E and special K cereal keeps coming in, he won't have to catch a cold and start snitching. Make sure the tape gets to the Shade Room and TMZ. And he says all he needs is one juror not to go guilty. So boom, right there. They're already talking strategy, what he needs. He needs more of something, probably dinero. Oh, man. Amazon deliveries. Then he mentions eyes wide shut. Something about, and I talked about this eyes wide shut thing. They have these parties. I mean, Diddy was living eyes wide shut. They were having all these parties and all these weird stuff was going on, blackmail stuff. And, there's a lot of people moving out of the country right now. There's a lot of people passing away. There's people falling off balconies. There's people being found at home after they leave one last text about the Kardashians. And we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about all of this stuff. Very, very crazy. You know who did a couple of movies? Beyonce. I'm trying to listen to the voice talking back to him to see if I could recognize it. This seems to me like a certain person whose name starts with a J and ends with a Z. Man, this is crazy. This is like one of the craziest movies, but this is real life. So let's see what else they have to say here.
Did a few movies, didn't she?
Okay. That was a long time ago, Puff. What the fuck are you trying to say?
Oh, nothing. Just talking to an old friend. I haven't talked to friends in a long time. Seemed like they forgot about me. Let's make sure they keep it that way.
Here I think it's pretty clear Diddy's referencing how none of his friends that he was close to have even spoken up about him, which is kind of crazy. Even when asked about it in person, those like Kevin Hart, Rihanna, people who've been to all his parties have all stayed quiet.
Hey Kev, when you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
You'll see, when I hosted for Diddy, you asking the wrong person the wrong question. Rihanna, did you attend any of P. Diddy's parties? Were you involved in any of the freak-offs?
Get out of control.
Comments about P. Diddy, the allegations?
Well, back up, look, don't lean.
You all need to speak out against this Diddy thing. What's your take now? John, you made a statement about Diddy. What? Jason, hey, my man, do you have any reaction to the Diddy scandal? Any reaction? No reaction? How's everything going?
Everything good.
Is Hollywood going to survive this Diddy thing? Like, we're worried. Will you respond? She wants to respond. Look at it. I want to ask about the Diddy scandal. Have you ever heard of anything such?
No. Go.
No? Is the Baldwin family at all concerned about Justin Bieber with this P. Diddy thing?
Now, one could say that he has them on tapes and that's why they're all quiet. Because how hard would it be to say, I have nothing to do with this Diddy case. I didn't go any parties or do anything wrong. He'll have his day in court to prove his innocence. I'm not involved in any way. I don't think that's that difficult, especially with how media trained all these celebrities are.
Let's make sure they keep it that way.
Man, what's the point of this? I told you everything straight.
Good. And make sure you keep the worm food away from my house while I'm gone. It gets messy. Too many insects start digging around. Remember when I cleaned up the worm food around your house? I kept a sample in case you need it.
I don't know what worm food is code for, but Diddy's obviously using this saying that he has blackmail and that he will use it if need be in a threatening manner, which happens to be what the DA shared as proof during the bail hearing that Cassie presented text messages showing that Diddy threatened to release freak-off tapes of her if she didn't do what he asked.
I kept a sample in case you need it.
Oh, really? Listen, don't push your limits, Puff. I ain't the one to play with. You in there and I'm out here.
Oh, and don't have another Kit Kat. It's bad for you. She made me gain weight. And get 44 on board again. Make him pull some strings again, or else.
Diddy keeps pushing forward and he says something in a code word saying that Kit Kat, she made him gain weight. So Kit Kat is definitely a word for a person, and it's a woman obviously because he called her a she. He also mentions the number 44 to pull some strings, and that makes sense if you think Barack Obama was the 44th president. And Suge Knight actually made a comment that him and Diddy had deals before to get his friends out of prison.
Shit, he got powerful people. One of his partners who started his company with money, President Obama got him out of prison. So it's not like he don't have no moves.
Diddy has just been too confident, even from prison, and that's what the DA has been saying through their paperwork. He continues to break the rules consistently to his advantage, not worrying about what anybody will say, because he believes he's above the law and the rules don't apply to him.
First of all, Puff, you need to watch your mouth. You know who you're talking to? Second of all, this the that got you in the first place. You always think that you're bigger than what you really are. You need to stop trying to bite the hand that feeds you, and you wouldn't be in this position. And you don't got what you think you got.
See, this made me think of before any of this started, which was what rumors say began Diddy's downfall, and that's when he decided to sue Diageo, one of the biggest liquor brands in the world, who owns Ciroc and De Leon, and paid him a yearly salary to promote their products. But Diddy wanted ownership, and as soon as he opened a lawsuit against them, all these problems started to mount on him. I think Diddy just thought and still thinks he has so much power because he has so many big name people on cameras doing things at his parties, but so did Jeffrey Epstein. He had many huge names taking plane rides to his island where there were also cameras everywhere. Somehow nobody ever saw those tapes, and he ended up offing himself before his trial started. And the prison cameras just happened to accidentally turn off during the moment that this happened. Then they came back later. I'll let you do the math on that one.
You don't got what you think you got.
Okay, you getting all fired up. I like that, Daddy. It's all love. But if I don't got what I think I got, then why Oprah staying quiet? Why Ellen moving to another country? Why Leo been in Fiji for months? When I get this bail though, this case going away. I don't need no phones. I don't need no internet. I'll send a letter on a fucking bird. You already ruined my fucking name. And you know what that means? You going up against somebody who got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Now Diddy goes off right here on this part of the alleged recording, and I don't know how much truth there is to this. I did read that Ellen left the country, and they're trying to say that she left because of Trump, but she apparently had moved out there months before, so I don't know if this is connected to Diddy. Her relationship with him goes a long way back.
Oh my God. Wow. 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 Man, that was some stuff there. So he starts the whole thing out talking about how he knows that whoever this is he's talking to, his wife is talking to the cops. He says that he's on a road trip, but he might have to bring this other guy with him on a road trip. He tells him to keep having his vitamin E and Special K coming or there's going to be problems. He then tells him to make sure that he said that the video that he wants him to put out there goes to the Shade Room and TMZ. He talks about Amazon deliveries, eyes wide shut, about a movie, about how his wife has been in a couple movies. You know, Beyonce's only been in a couple movies. Then he talks about worm food. Keep the insects from his house for the worm food, but that he got the worm food out of this guy's house, but he kept the sample. Okay, so worm food, that's bodies. You know, it's worm food is bodies. The other guy on the other end of the line says, look, don't play with me. You don't got what you got, but I think he does. Then he mentions 4-4. Get 4-4 to pull strings. Everybody knows 44 is President Obama. And then there was a clip on there talking about how Suge Knight was talking about how 44, Obama, he mentioned him, got people out of prison. Then he says, watch out for the Kit Kats that made me gain weight. Again, code. Then he mentions Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, and Leo DiCaprio. Those are names that keep coming up on in this thing over and over again. So this reminds me of the emails that got leaked into WikiLeaks, the DNC emails that talked about John Podesta, Hillary Clinton. There were codes going back in those emails as well. Words that I probably can't even say on YouTube. But there was food, hot dogs, a certain food that has lots of cheese and pepperoni on top of it. Code. Everybody's talking in code. in those emails, it was weird stuff. Weird stuff. Hillary Clinton said that she was going to sacrifice a chicken. Oh man, this is all going to come out eventually. Thank God. I've been knowing about this for years, and I'm glad everybody else is. This is coming out. Those emails got leaked just before the 2016 election, and the FBI had to sit on it. This is going to be one big explosion, and lots of people are going to go down. I suspect Beyonce, Jayz, Oprah, Ellen, Leo, 44. He's going down. Big Mike's going down with him. Big Mike's probably used to going down though. Man, you know, right when you don't think that it could get any better, it does. This guy is calling people on the prison phone system, and he's talking strategy and gangster stuff over the line. It's crazy. What a crazy world we live in. So I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I only get paid in likes, and we will see you on the next Ultra Top Secret.